For today's video, I wanted to share my top 2 recommendations for non-toxic deodorants. I know the word non-toxic has no exact definition, so I don't know. When it comes to that word, I do try to not use that word too much just because I know that it's not a regulated word. Like, you don't really know exactly what non-toxic means. When I talk about it, I'm just saying something that is made with cleaner ingredients, and I know that is also a thing where what is clean to somebody might not be as clean to somebody else. So really just want to do research on ingredients and decide what you think is best for you. But I have been really wanting to find deodorants that I feel like just have even more clean ingredients, because there is a lot of greed washing out there when it comes to natural deodorants that aren't necessarily always the best. And I have actually been using Native for a long time, and I actually just realized and just kind of looked even deeper and realized that maybe they're not as clean as I thought they were when it comes to the fragrance and stuff that they use. So I've actually stopped using Native recently, and I have done research and I found 2 brands that I've been testing out that I feel just have much better ingredients, just ingredients that seem more clear, especially when it comes to the fragrances, because a lot of times it is the fragrance that is not good for you in deodorants, and of course things like aluminum and things like that. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first brand that I want to talk about is the brand Humble. So what I love about Humble is that they do actually have plastic-free packaging as well, and that's something that stood out to me because I'm actually trying to do my best to avoid exposure to microplastics as much as I can, because it's in so much. It's in what we drink out of. All of our food is wrapped in plastic. All of our products are in plastic. You know, I just want to try to do what I can to reduce the amount of exposure that I have to microplastics. So when it comes to a deodorant, I do love that Humble offers a plastic-free option. They do have some of the deodorants in plastic. However, for most of their scents, you can get it in a plastic-free packaging option. So if you were to get the plastic-free option, which is what I chose, and this one smells really, really nice if you like lavender. The plastic-free option retails for $12.99, and it comes with 2.65 ounces. So you get a decent amount of product that should last you quite some time. Honestly, I feel like it takes me a very long time to go through a deodorant. So I know that $13 for your deodorant definitely seems like a lot. It sucks that we have to pay more to have cleaner ingredients in our products like deodorant, but for as long as this lasts, I think it's worth that extra money. Now, if you did want to get the plastic version, it is a little bit cheaper. It is $10.99 for their plastic packaging option, and that one has 2.5 ounces. So you actually do get like a little bit more product in the plastic-free option. So that helps a little bit because the plastic-free option is a little bit more expensive. So when it comes to Humble, so I do have a few of their other deodorants. I have 4 of their deodorants here. But when it comes to Humble, they make sure that they do not use any aluminum. There's no talc, no parabens, no dyes, no SLS, or synthetic fragrances or color. They're also cruelty-free, certified cruelty-free by Leaping Bunny. So when I was looking at the ingredient list, it does say fragrance on there. So I wanted to, of course, dive deeper and figure out what they're using for fragrance, because that's obviously very important. And they actually do not use any synthetic or artificial fragrance, which is great. What they do use for their fragrance is they use pure essential oils and botanical extracts. I was just very happy to hear that and learn that, knowing that it is made from those ingredients rather than synthetic ingredients or just chemicals that aren't good for us. They also do have a very simple ingredient list. They use 4 key ingredients in each of their deodorants, and the rest of the ingredients are for the fragrance. So those are, again, the pure essential oils and botanical extracts. So when it comes to the main ingredients that are in these deodorants, you're gonna have cornstarch, which is a starch that is derived from corn that helps absorb sweat and odor, and their cornstarch is non-GMO, project verified. And then some of their formulas do use baking soda, and if they don't use baking soda, they're more sensitive formulas, they use magnesium hydroxide instead. So but if they use baking soda, that is, you know, sodium bicarbonate, and that has antibacterial qualities to help neutralize odor causing bacteria in your underarms. Or for the deodorants that don't use baking soda, they use magnesium hydroxide, and that is known as milk of magnesia. It has antibacterial qualities that help neutralize odor-causing bacteria in your underarms. It's supposed to do a similar thing as baking soda, but it is less harsh and it is more gentle. So that is good for those who are sensitive to baking soda when it comes to deodorant. And then it also has MCT oil, which is a moisturizing oil derived from certified sustainably sourced coconut and or palm oil. So, and then it also has candelilla wax, which is derived from the leaves of the candelilla shrub. This plant-based wax serves as a solidifying agent. And then of course for the fragrance, there are some other ingredients in the deodorant, but it's a relatively short ingredient list on these deodorants. And those additional ingredients are again pure essential oils and botanical extracts. I just really like the simplicity of the ingredients with these. So this is their lavender deodorant. This is the one that I've been currently using, and it smells very, very nice. If you like lavender, you would like the scent of this. So it's actually very smooth going onto the underarms, so it applies very nice and easily. It glides on easily. It's actually somewhat moisturizing, and I do find that it really does what you want a deodorant to do. I find that it just helps with reducing odor, and it helps with sweat too. So it works really well. If you've never used a natural deodorant though, it can take some time for your underarms to kind of adjust to not having those harsher ingredients. So if you are new to natural deodorants, just give it time as far as it helping with sweat, because that could take a little bit more time for that to work. But I've been using natural deodorants for years, so I didn't have any adjustment with using these. They just work great for me. Their mountain lavender scent is an option that is baking soda free, and then they also do have their unscented version, and this is also baking soda free. But then these two other ones that I have here, and then a lot of their other scents do have baking soda. This one is their black spruce deodorant. This one I think could be good for men, but honestly it could be good for women as well. And then this is their Moroccan rose, which is a really pretty floral rose scent. This one also has baking soda. And as far as the texture goes of the ones with baking soda, they're slightly more abrasive maybe, but I feel like saying the word abrasive almost just sounds too harsh. It's still very gentle, and I find very smooth going on. The next brand that I want to mention is Primally Pure, and this is one that came up a lot. This brand came up a lot when I was researching natural deodorants, but even in doing that, I really had to dive into ingredients to make sure that the ingredients really do seem just better for you. And Primally Pure definitely does seem to have very simple, good ingredients. I really like the ingredient list when looking at it. Primally Pure is a little bit more expensive than Humble. It does cost $16, and it does come in plastic packaging. They do not have any plastic-free packaging, so it'd be cool if they came out with plastic-free packaging in the future, but it's nice, sturdy plastic packaging. Twist cap. And then here is what this one looks like. This is the Blue Tansy deodorant, and this comes with 1.7 ounces. So it's $16 for 1.7 ounces, or you can get a larger size from them. It is $22 for 2.5 ounces. So to put that in perspective, the Humble deodorant in the plastic-free packaging is 2.65 ounces for $12.99. And then with Primally Pure, if you want to get the 2.5 ounce option, which is what I have here, that retails for $22. So definitely a bit more expensive for the Primally Pure deodorants. Primally Pure does have quite a few scents to choose from. They do have 9 scents to choose from, and they also have an unscented version, which is nice. And they actually have 2 separate unscented versions. They have one that has baking soda, and then they have one that is baking soda free. So I like that they have that option as well. When it comes to Primally Pure, all of the deodorants, there's no artificial fragrance, aluminum, parabens, or other harmful chemicals that disrupt your body's natural balance. Instead, they just use nourishing ingredients like grass-fed tallow, essential oils, and activated charcoal to work with your body. And I do find that this does have a nice soft and smooth texture. It glides on easily. Again, this is the Blue Tansy deodorant. They describe this as having an herbaceous, floral, and subtly sweet aroma. I do agree with that. It's definitely subtly sweet. It's definitely more like kind of herbaceous scent. Something also that I thought was interesting about Primally Pure deodorants on their website, when you're looking at the different scents, they're kind of advertising the different scents as having different benefits. For example, the Blue Tansy is supposed to be soothing. It's supposed to help with calming irritation, balancing skin, and keeping you smelling fresh. They have a charcoal option as well, which they say is anti-inflammatory. And then their vanilla and citrus deodorant, that one is said to be rejuvenating. It kind of seems like they're kind of claiming that the different scents have a little bit of like different benefits. But overall, the benefits with all of their deodorants that they say is that, of course, it's supposed to help with reducing odor. They are supposed to help with detoxifying. I don't know about that as far as helping detoxify, but they also say that they are antibacterial and antimicrobial. They're supposed to help with soothing the skin, and they're all formulated for sensitive skin, and they are all non-toxic and have uplifting aromas. So that is kind of all of the benefits that they mention about their deodorants online, and I have really enjoyed this as well. I have not tried any of their other scents yet. I've just been testing out the Blue Tansy one because this one I think seems to be like one of the most popular ones when I was just seeing people talk about Primally Pure deodorants online, and it is a nice one. I do enjoy it. Definitely this is going to last me a very long time. So when it comes between the two, I do think that they both have good ingredients and relatively simple ingredients. This one, I love that it has plastic-free packaging option, and the size of the packaging is pretty similar because these are similar sizes as far as the amount of product that you get. I really like that both brands have fragrance-free options, and they also have options that do not have baking soda, which I know is something that a lot of people look for when it comes to natural deodorants. I guess some people are sensitive to baking soda. I have never had that issue when it comes to deodorants being sensitive to baking soda, but I guess it can just be a little bit more harsh potentially. Anyway, I do like that they have options that are baking soda free. Now, looking into, I'm just gonna read off some of the ingredients on each of these so you can kind of get a look with that without having to go to their websites. For the Humble deodorant, this is their Mountain Lavender scent. It has caprylic triglyceride, MCT. It also has Z-maize cornstarch. It has magnesium hydroxide, so that is the baking soda alternative there. And then it also has Euphoria cerifera candelilla wax. And then the rest are ingredients for the fragrance. So it says fragrance, linalool, limonene, coumarin, and geraniol. So those are all essential oils and botanical extracts that are used for the fragrance. And then for the Primally Pure Blue Tansy deodorant, it has organic arrowroot powder, organic coconut oil, baking soda, organic tallow from grass-fed cows, organic beeswax, a non-GMO zinc oxide, organic geranium oil, kaolin clay, organic Blue Tansy oil, and non-GMO vitamin E. So I think the ingredients are both great. Using beef tallow is interesting. I feel like that's something that is very trending right now. It has been trending for a while, beef tallow and like skincare and deodorant. But yeah, interesting. It kind of weirds me out, to be honest. I'm also vegetarian, so it definitely kind of weirds me out to think that I'm putting beef fat on my armpits. Honestly, I kind of wish that they had deodorants without the beef fat in it. It's just kind of a weird thought, I guess, to me. But both great deodorants. If you're looking for a natural deodorant, I think these are both good options. This one's definitely going to be more affordable, get more product for a little bit more affordable, but this is still great as well. If you are interested in checking out either of these brands, I will have them both linked in the description box below so you can check them out. If you found my video helpful and it's the reason that you want to get one of these, it would mean a lot if you would use one of my links. It's no pressure and it's no additional cost to you if you do use my link, but if you do use my link, then it does help to support my channel. It would just mean a lot. But no pressure. But if you guys do have any questions about either of these brands, for the deodorants, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I'd be happy to help answer any questions that you may have. But anyway, that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you're not already subscribed, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for my next video.